What's up, guys? This is Essam here with The Goods Volume 1, and we're back with Game 2 of the G Sports Dota2 Tournament. See, I screwed it up. JeeDota Tournament number 2, something like
G Sports Dota2 Championship.
Dota2 Championship.
On,
That's the word I was forgetting.
Got this.
I said it fine like the past 4 times.
Yeah, you did. It's all right. Not bad.
But I'm trying to get having a little bit of an issue with.
Looks like we're waiting for Nexus to load up, and you also.
Oh, I haven't loaded up yet. That's strange.
No, you're good now. You're good. No, it's just Nexus. I want to give a shout out to Sarah Dickinson. Henry Dickinson says, "What's up?" Also want to shout out Holy for the Loss, the guy that is responsible for us casting this event. Thank you, Holy for the Loss. Another Brood band. They really don't want Brood to be selected by zNation, which is their signature hero, by the way. They had an epic Brood matchup where Brood. Actually, it was I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Darer had a really hard time with their Brood, and I believe the game's going to be remade. It looks like there's a mass disconnect.
Yeah, not sure what exactly is happening, but we're going to disconnect from that.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I have not the slightest clue. So, I'm very confused.
And looks like we're about to get the lobby back up.
Actually, how do I get out of here? I'll just go on a sign. I don't care. I'm hitting X and I can't leave on a sign, or I can't go to unassigned. Why? Oh, crap. Well, we'll get in here and I'll give you my spot. All right.
There we go. Just realized I probably accidentally flashed the password that time, but I don't think anyone... We don't have anyone that's that disrespectful. It's not the international. That was nuts.
Yeah.
Took like an hour to get a job going. Or a game going.
Very excited about this international too. There's still 4 slots available, 2 wild cards, and then 2 placers for the qualifiers and stuff. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I actually like last year's. I sat at work the whole time because I was usually working while it was going on, and this was when before I even had a beta key, and was really into it. It was really exciting to watch. I came from playing Han, and I definitely had more interest in this game than I ever did with Han, and it was really exciting to watch.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was excited for it. It was really cool to see some of those teams that you've heard about from the Dota 1 community and stuff like that. I'm actually more excited about this one. I really hope DK actually gets a qualifying spot. I'll be heartbroken if they don't, because that's like my sleeper pick. I've been telling everybody about DK. They're just playing so amazing right now. I mean, they've had a few late game tragedies, I would call them, but other than that, they're really good. Mouse Sports is coming out spitting fire too, so it's going to be really interesting. I believe before the before the broadcast, we had a discussion about it, and I told you, like, this is like the most competitive I've seen Dota 2 like I mean since it's come out. Like, this is going to be really fun to watch.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The game's still in beta. It's incredible.
Yeah,
like, that's just it's so mind blowing to me that a game that hasn't even technically been released yet is still getting this much coverage. And I know everyone says it, but it never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah. Well, we saw Brood banned first from TTB. I wouldn't be shocked to see it again. but it's zNation's first pick. Their bane is
Actually,
Enchantress.
Enchantress, yeah.
And that's a smart. It's because they just basically, they use it. They probably don't want to use it again, and they don't want them to get it. Enchantress is such a strong hero. Enchantress is so ridiculously awesome. Her heal early is really tough if you don't have enough bursts as well to manage.
And especially stuff like those centaur stuns and the nets. It's not, you don't really expect it, and it's just 2 extra CCs from creeps that you don't really think about.
Yeah, if they're gonna ban Enchantress, they should ban Chen, because Chen's even.
And
I don't want to say better, but so different. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, because there's just no way you're gonna ban Enchantress, not Chen. Chen's Chen, the highest winning percentage of any hero in this game. So, like in Broodmother ban,
banning a lot of push again.
yeah, zNation is known for their brood play, as I said earlier before in the last game. Furion, okay, I dig it. I dig it. But that means Invoker's still in play, and I wouldn't put it past zNation to pick Invoker again. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised unless we see a band here for some reason. But I mean,
but to be honest, I would give them Invoker. No offense to the Invoker, like, I only really saw a few abilities coming out of that Invoker, and I think that's okay. Like, you can deal with that.
It was definitely a lot of the Sunstrike and Forged Spirits, and then I guess we did start to see some Ice Walls, but.
Yeah, we saw the occasional Ice Wall, and we saw a lot of the Meteors, but that was pretty much it. Right. We saw one Deafening Blast, but we didn't see a combination. I mean, if you've ever seen TC, Dendi, some of the better Invoker players, you'll see about 6 different skills using any said team fight. So that's what makes that hero so ridiculous. Okay. That's interesting to see TTB ban Brew, considering they had a lot of success with him. I thought they might have wanted to sneak that pick again, since Invoker's probably going to be... Oh, no, Leshrac up here. So Invoker might be taken by TTB in response because they can get him. But look for the Sand King pickup on the Radiant side. That is the most dominant lane in the game right now. Leshrac Sand King. I mean, from the Dire side, excuse me, to pick up Sand King. So I would preemptively steal it, but I don't really know the nuances of the team play in TTB.
It's just that is such a ridiculous lane. It's just like double stun, and then just a little bit of AoE on top of it. It's like, how do you get out of that? Yeah,
Edict is just way too good. Like, just too good. So Invoker Sand King, you could actually see an Invoker Windrunner pickup here. Instead, you see a Darkseer. Okay, Darkseer, Windrunner. Okay, so Windrunner's still on the board. They have 2 selections. Invoker, Sand King, I think makes them super big. Quap, okay. I'm really curious to see what the 3rd selection is going to be. Lone Druid. So Sand King, Leshrac's not going to happen this game. Lone Druid is a very, 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 very... Well, Lone Druid's decently strong. The Bear is just super strong in this game. 2k HP at level... I think it's level 3 of the...
Either way, it's just the amount of harassment that comes out of that.
He's just so good.
Stupid bear.
And when he gets his radiance, he's just ridiculous. His pushing power is very strong. He has the armor and the HP when he's in bear form. He's really, really, really good. But he's also one of the niche heroes, like the Bone Fletcher. Like, you really rarely see teams pick him up because you have to have like a particular skill set with that hero in order to make him effective. So
I do think he's a little bit more versatile than Bone Fletcher, though. I mean, he has a lot more survivability than the Bone Fletcher, first of all. And just, the combination of the melee from the bear for the harassment and the ranged from Lone Druid. And there's a ban of Anti-Mage. Pickup of Tidehunter.
I really like Tidehunter pickup. I think that's very smart. I normally say if you don't pick him, you ban him, because I think his ultimate is just super strong, and Tidehunter mid-game is like really, 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 really powerful. The Anti-Mage ban, obviously, they just want to keep Anti-Mage away from Leshrac and Quap. So,
well, just quick to note, the Darkseer Tidehunter combo is just dirty.
Yeah.
That vacuum plus any big AoE team fight combined with Darkseer is just crazy.
Yeah, Morphling ban coming out. Don't mind that Shadow Demon ban. I'm curious to know why the Shadow Demon was banned here.
Not really sure.
That would be very interesting. And the Sand King ban, yeah.
Dire team pick.
I really would have liked to see zNation pick up the Leshrac Sand King. I think that is such a powerful combination, but I understand why they didn't because of the Jungle Heroes selection. So that actually explained that. The Shadow Demon, though, I'm pretty interested to see why they would ban him. Whoa, this is not a pickup I saw, but this is a very strong pickup. I personally believe Enigma, for me, is a little too risky. Because obviously, if you're not landing black holes, like at least, by the 30-minute mark, if you haven't landed 2 or 3 black holes, I think that's a serious problem because that's like the major, draw of that hero.
Absolutely.
But he's a pretty good suicide laner. He's a pretty good solo laner with his Eidolons and stuff. So the Vengeful Spirit was just a straight up counter to Enigma because of the swap. I mean, there's pretty much nothing else to say about that. I'm not sure what the Radiant team is going to, do it in terms of late game hard carry-ish, but
I don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, you could see a Sand King pick up. I mean, excuse me, Sand King, a Skeleton King pick up. Because you probably have the Vengeful in him bottom lane. Tidehunter could middle. Probably not against the co-op. So they're actually going to need a middle hero for this. But the Dire side has a multitude of options. They can go another AoE damage dealer for the black hole. They can go somebody to set it up. They're probably going to get a support. I wouldn't be surprised to see like maybe a CM pickup here. I mean, I think that would be pretty decent. They could also pick up a Shadow Shaman, believe it or not, and he can go support. We see this a lot with teams like Complexity and Mouse Sports. They pick up Shadow Shaman and play him as just like a typical CM, except the bonus obviously is the fact that he definitely has his ultimate, which can help push. So, and I think that would definitely help here because they have the Enigma and the Lone Druid to help with the pushing complement. So, and instead they choose to go Slardar, which gives them a little bit of mid game and late game flexibility. Like he's a very, very, very strong hero.
And I mean, I guess it keeps him from picking up another, I guess, a stealth carry. I mean, I don't know if something like Ricky would have done him any good. But
Riki I thought might have been the late game that they chose, but I felt that they need a mid hero unless they're going to decide to put Windrunner middle and then Darkseer Suicide. But Riki against that lineup is superb. The Radiant would have been, they would have been chomping at the bits to have Riki. Riki is just a very decent all-around hero from early to late, but definitely picks up mid to late. The smoke is crippling against that all-magic team, basically, with the exception of, obviously, the Lone Druid and now the Slardar. The Slardar was just, I think, like a pseudo counter to whatever pick that they were going to pick up, as well as the ganking potential and the late game. He will help much later on in the late game phase, but I think it was just more of a preemptive
absolutely
counter.
There's no other reason to pick Slardar usually. I mean, his ultimate, I guess, is useful against non-stealth for the armor reduction, but I mean, really, there's so many better choices unless you're really trying to counter that stealth. So 7 seconds left on their pick timer, and they're going to go with Mirana.
Which I should have seen coming, and unfortunately I did not because I'm dumb. But I really should have seen that coming. That's actually a great pickup. She can actually go Suicide. You can have Windrunner and you can have Windrunner middle. You can have her Suicide. You can have her middle or Windrunner Suicide, and then you can have Tidehunter Vengeful, and then either Darkseer in the jungle, or you can have Windrunner with Vengeful Spirit and Tidehunter. I would feed the Tidehunter this game personally, which I think that they're going to do. So I think they'll probably have Darkseer in the jungle, and then they'll have Windrunner solo. And then Mirana could potentially middle. But it gives them flexibility from mid to late again. And they also have the option to put Windrunner middle. I don't think they'll do that, but they have the option now. So.
And actually, just hold on one sec. Just had an issue with... had an issue with my console. But I'm good now. And we're actually going to see a 5-man gank. 5-man smoke Roche from the Dire team. Interesting choice. Because actually, and they're going to get it because the entire Radiant team decided to go top for a gank. And they're not going to meet anything. You all right there?
Yep.
30 seconds to battle.
The Radiant team, TTB, seeing not finding anything, they're going to realize something's up. They're either thinking that they tried to gank them, or they're going to realize that a Roche is happening, and they're probably
Yeah, I don't
not going
think
to
they're
get
going
their
to
time.
know that Roche is happening, and I think this is not only one of the more creative ways to get yourself an early lead. This has to be, I think, one of the ballsiest plays I have ever seen in a competitive match. Like, I would have not saw this coming. This was an exceptional decision. Oh, that has just been scouted out.
To the dire.
Oh, not only that,
Darkseer is going to be troubled to get away with
I
his
believe
life.
he's gonna die. No. Oh, we got.
Oh, there comes the speed. Oh, and there he goes down. Off to a huge early lead from TTB. I mean, it's not even, or I'm sorry, from zNation. A Roche kill and a kill. See TTB with the remake call.
A little bit of of humor coming out, which I enjoy. That's always pretty funny. The Darkseer just got pinned down because of the levels that they got. They were able to get their other abilities. So it actually was pretty interesting. I love that zNation play. Holy moly.
And I think the Darkseer was really hoping to maybe try and steal it, but he just wasn't. His timing was off, and I mean, it's such a hard thing to do. I mean, it's such too many variables in that situation. I mean, I think it was still worth a shot for him to try, but didn't really pay off. And the stun coming out on Slardar, and they're not going to go for it. They're afraid of that Lesh stun. So we've actually got different than what you expected. We've got a tri-lane top, Vengeful Spirit, Mirana, and Tidehunter. Windrunner did go mid, and then we've got Darkseer bottom versus that.
Yep. I was gonna mention it. I was kind of hoping you would, which you did. Syllabear Suicide is actually very smart. That bear with the 2k HP that we spoke about or whatever, he's super strong. The harass is great. That's a pretty good call. They also allow Enigma to farm. It's actually pretty good. Like, it's actually pretty good. Actually very, very excited to see zNation start off this way. And after that loss last game, they made a risky play by going for Roche, but you can see, like, that was just in their heads that they were like, man, we need something to happen.
And it paid off. They not only got Roche, but they got a kill out of it. So
yeah,
they got first blood, nonetheless.
Not for you.
And Tidehunter and Vengeful Spirit top, letting Mirana have that farm, of course. And they've got a lot of gank power. They've got the gush from Tidehunter. They got the arrow as well as the stun from Vengeful Spirit. So, and we've got I guess Vengeful Spirit just popped smoke, trying to get that gank on Lash, and he's gonna get it if they're not careful.
I completely agree. I think Slaughter might be able to get him out of this.
And there's the arrow.
Oh nope, not with the arrow landing as well.
And that's going to be a kill on Leshrac. The stun gets off on Tidehunter, but it's not enough to do a whole lot. Mirana actually probably could have waited a little longer on that stun, on that arrow, but
No.
Either way, paid off.
Yeah, that was a really good, well-timed gank. Oh, the Darkseer bottom I thought was a really good choice as well. I think Darkseer might have done very well actually top lane and letting Mirana solo bottom, because Darkseer could help push that lane really quickly with the other heroes. And I think they can take down a tower, which will, allow them more flexibility around the map, because then they can go bottom, probably shut down the Syllabear. But, I mean, I kind of like the Darkseer down there, but look at the bear. Look at the harass going on bottom lane.
Yeah, and that's hard to
bears.
compete with. I mean, it's just that bear plus just the range from Syllabear, and it's just hard to deal with. I mean, he'll be able to hold out all right with that Ion Shell, but I mean, there's he only has so much mana and so much health, and he's just gonna have a hard time keeping up.
No, I completely agree, brother, man. I mean, that Syllabear Suicide was just a very good pickup. That was just a very good idea that they had. That was just very smart.
We got Queen of Pain versus Windrunner mid, and actually it seems pretty even so far. I haven't even actually. Queen of Pain only has one last hit actually, but I mean, just looking at the two heroes' health, Windrunner's been on top of the last hits. Queen of Pain struggled a little bit, which is surprising because Queen of Pain has an excellent animation and a lot of decent damage early on. So I'm not sure why she's having so much trouble.
I agree with you, but Windrunner is playing a very, very, very solid middle. And if you notice, just took a DD from the Quap, who should have had rune control because he had wards, or she has wards, and with Blink. very curious to see why she gave that one up.
Not
But
really sure.
Windrunner is just playing very well, considering, remember, she was at a level disadvantage at 1 minute into the game. So, very good play by TTB there. Windrunner actually played by Calculus, TTB Calculus, their captain. He's doing a very good job. Oh, missed stun by Leshrac top. They would have probably had a good gank there going, but a little bit unfortunate.
And Mirana's off to a decent start. I mean, she's got 19 last hits. Slardar's sitting at 16, and Leshrac only has 1 hit. So Leshrac's definitely, doing a good job supporting here. Which I don't know how I feel about Leshrac, playing a harder support, because I feel like he does so much better with a little bit of farm.
Oh man, where have you been all my life? Where have you been all my life? I know. Listen, bro, I say the same thing. I hate when Tidehunter and I hate when Leshrac play supports, because I feel like you're basically ruining those heroes, especially mid game. You're basically just slowing them down. And I 100% agree with you. That is just exceptional coverage there. I agree, man. She shouldn't be supporting.
We'll really see. I mean, they've got a lot of damage otherwise. I mean, you got a Mirana, you got a Windrunner. I mean, it's not really hurting you. I mean, Tidehunter's really just there for his ultimate. Actually, Queen of Pain getting the kill on Vengeful Spirit, I guess. Did Vengeful Spirit go for the... did Vengeful Spirit go for the rune?
Yes.
Okay, I missed that a little bit.
Yeah, she wanted to be there earlier for the timing, and then, boop, ends up getting caught.
Right.
Oh, nope, she gets away. Windrunner gets away with Windrun. But look at Shadow Strike is just such good harass. Queen of Pain she is such an exceptional mid hero because of her ability to do harassment. I'm actually curious though as to, I normally get 2 skills into Shadow Strike because I think that just gives you the right number, the extra damage plus the extra duration. It just kind of evens her out very well. P only got 1. I think that's attributing to Windrunner's success, because by not being able to spam that and do more damage. Oh wow, Lone Druid, the bear just takes care of Darkseer bottom, who had no health there. And I was actually going to mention that earlier, but then the Vengeful Spirit died. He has the bear charge again, so he could basically just sack the bear by just basically tower diving and harassing. And
exactly.
Doing that.
And actually, a lot of harass going out on Windrunner mid, and Queen of Pain chasing him down. And he actually saw him juke, so he's still chasing him right now. His ult is down. I guess he used it on Windrunner.
Oh, the tower.
And the tower goes down. Tidehunter trying to get the deny, doesn't quite happen. An excellent play from Queen of Pain there. He didn't get the kill, but he did distract him long enough for Enigma to push the tower.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a really good job.
And up top, actually, Slardar getting the kill on Mirana. I guess I didn't see what exactly happened. I'm assuming they landed a double stun, because that's probably the only way they really were able to catch her.
Yeah, but Flight was popped, so I think Flight was activated first, if I had to take a guess. And
Queen of Pain with a kill on Windrunner, or sorry, Vengeful Spirit again.
It's fine. Yeah, there's just a lot of ganking, a lot of action. Top you have Flight used into a stun, then Leshrac drops a stun, and then bot lane you have Shadow Strike being used, and then basically just the slow is able to just do enough, especially with a Malphus coming right afterwards. Slow, stun, GG. So, and they're transitioning this now into a bot tower, and then look at top tower. Top tower will be the one going down next.
Mirana's up there alone, and she's going to be hard-pressed to actually manage to do anything, and if they land a stun, she's in trouble. And already taken a lot of damage just from auto attacks. And that minus armor from the Slardar.
Yep.
Vengeful Spirit finally getting back up there to help our favorite support, Henry Dickinson. Here comes the Edict, and that tower's just going to drop if they don't make something happen.
Yeah.
And actually, here comes Windrunner in from behind, trying to make something happen. Slardar's chasing after him, and actually, nice arrow from Mirana, and she's getting...
Oh.
Actually, there's the black hole from Enigma, going to catch both Mirana and the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit's going to go down. Queen of Pain getting the kill on Windrunner. Windrunner was going to take out Slardar, but didn't quite have anything happen. Queen of Pain coming in from behind and cleaning it up. So excellent play from TTB, from zNation. They're already off to a huge start, really looking to make a comeback this round.
Yeah, absolutely. That top tower will be going down. The black hole was really, really, really important for 2 reasons, because they basically prevented Windrunner from coming back into the fight, because when she backed out, that's when Quap found her. And it also just helped, obviously, because they could do more damage. And an unfortunate thing for zNation, though, was Edict was down at that time, but it still didn't matter because he was still able to actually pick up a kill. But look at the interesting skill build on Leshrac. I actually don't really agree with this, but I understand why they did it. Because of the Slardar lane. Look at the skill build. He has 1 point into Edict at level 6.
And he has 3 points in his stun already, so that is a little different. Not sure what Tidehunter's doing there. He's gonna probably die.
Position.
Yep, he's gonna die. Maybe.
Does he have the shell?
Yep. He
has
gonna go
one.
down.
Yep, he's still gonna die. Yeah.
I'll be my own.
And actually, there goes the Aegis on Queen of Pain.
At 9 minutes, so it was gonna die in the next 20-30 seconds. An excellent use of that.
Queen of Pain might actually take out Darkseer. Actually, no, excellent shackle from Windrunner, and they got the kill on Queen of Pain. But I mean, let's see. What is Queen of Pain looking at right now? Queen of Pain's she's 5-1 at 9 minutes or 10 minutes in. Sorry, 8-2 in favor of zNation on the Dire side, and TTB has already pushed back to their tier 1 or tier 2 towers on all 3 lanes. So I mean, they're going to be hard pressed to come back from this.
The interesting thing to look at is not only is the gold advantage over 9k, and not only are they going for another Roche, they have 3 heroes over 400 gold per minute. Enigma, Lone Druid, and Queen of Pain.
Quick look at the gold graph. It's already over 7,500 gold in favor of the Radiant Dire team. It actually is coming back a little bit, but not really much. And the XP graph looks just about the same, almost 6,000 in favor of the Dire team. And I mean, there goes another Roche, so it's another crap load of gold for the team. The Radiant team wasn't anywhere to do anything about it. They weren't expecting it in the first place. I don't think they have wards up. Nope, Dire team has a ward there, but Radiant team has nothing over there. They actually do have wards up towards the top, but that's about it.
Yep, the Roche timer is actually 10:52. So, man, at 20:52 is the next Roche, and that will have cheese. That's a pretty early cheese.
Absolutely, and I mean, the Dire team has, I would say, arguably has a better late game in this.
Gank bottom.
Oh, absolutely, yep. And Mirana goes down.
Slardar with just a huge flight, stun, ulti. Oh, man.
And actually, there's a gank on Leshrac, and Leshrak's actually going to go down with an auto attack from that Dark... Or actually, no, the Darkseer's Ion Shell took him out.
And they're going to go for another tower. I'm surprised to see the bear not attacking the tower, though. The bear's just holding back, just hanging out. Like, hey guys, what's up?
But I was saying before, I mean, the Dire team arguably has the better late game, too, mostly because of the Syllabear and the Slardar, of course. And even Queen of Pain, it gets kind of... She snowballs a little bit. I mean, I think she's arguably better mid-game, but...
I would tend to agree with you, actually, especially in this lineup. Oh, absolutely. Slardar will outcarry a Mirana. Whoa. All things considered equal, of course.
But my point is, though, they're the late game team, and they're destroying early game. So it's, you know...
Oh, I agree. They don't have as good a team fight, but...
And I think we're probably going to see some action here in the woods. Slardar's going in, trying to make something happen. There's a shackle from Windrunner, doesn't latch, and he's trying to land a stun there, but he doesn't quite get it off. He's going to throw the ultimate up on Darkseer. Queen of Pain actually managed to take out Mirana again. So Mirana's out for this team fight, and they're probably going to get this tower. It's the hardest tower to defend in the game, and there's not a whole lot they can do about it.
Yeah, Queen of Pain just abusing the Shadow Strike, her auto attack, and her just massive amount of magic damage when you have a heavy level advantage. So, Slardar with a stun on Tide.
Tide's looking to land a good Ravage, but they're just backing out. They're not going to have any of it. And actually, Slardar coming in with another stun. He's going to get the stun on Tidehunter, and I think he's just messing with him at this point. There's the Ravage, catches Queen of Pain and Leshrac. Leshrac's going to go down. Queen of Pain getting away with her life. Slardar coming back after Tide. Tide's going to go down with a couple of auto attacks from Enigma. Enigma's still got an ult up, I believe. Lone Druid's going to go down. There's the black hole, catching all 3 of them. Excellent job, but there's the Darkseer vacuum. Manages to break the black hole. Vengeful Spirit might get away with his life. Nope, there's a kill from Slardar. Windrunner just getting away, and actually Windrunner and Enigma kill each other. But there's the Aegis from... did Queen of Pain have it again? I forget.
Yeah.
And Queen of Pain's going to take Darkseer out just as she comes back with the Aegis. And actually, I think, what was that? I think both teams landed up with 3 kills there.
I agree, and Darkseer salvaged what would have been a just massive beatdown. And Queen of Pain intelligently finding Mirana, who jumped in the woods and was hiding for her life. Holy moly. This Quap all over the place. zNation, CRZ, playing like a boss right now.
I really think what we were seeing, you know, we were kind of questioning the picks early. I think zNation probably picked some of their best heroes because they're really playing pretty flawlessly right now. I mean, I don't know the teams that well, but I mean, you can't argue with how well they're playing these heroes right now, and I really think they probably picked their best.
Yeah, the Darkseer Tide combo is salvaging a lot of this because that team fight, that was an exceptional team fight by both teams. The Enigma Black Hole was great. Almost saved someone's life, and then out of nowhere, Darkseer's like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna vacuum."
Yeah, that's the problem though. If you don't catch Darkseer in it, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And I actually surprised they
that's
didn't manage to get this team. And actually, yeah, Queen of Pain is probably going to come in. Or sorry, Queen of Pain's going to go after Darkseer, but Darkseer is getting away. Slardar going in looking for the stun. The rest of Darkseer's team is there. Mirana's chilling right there too. A nice arrow could. I don't think she's going to even bother.
I think they really want this tower. Leshrac does have... No, he does not have an additional skill to Edict. His pushing power has really been hampered. Oh, landing a nice split earth there. Oh, Darkseer. Baby Darkseer. Oh, what a light of heaven shackle.
And Windrunner takes out Leshrac.
Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, they're salvaging this as best as they can. I just think that the Dire got off to such a good start.
Yeah, well, and it's just every time they make some progress, Queen of Pain comes in and takes out half their team. And there's no stopping her from doing that, really. There it is. There's the Blake. Oh, she actually misses the ultimate entirely. Stun from Vengeful Spirit on Queen of Pain, and Queen of Pain's going to get taken out by Slardar. Actually, Enigma got the last hit somehow. Tidehunter coming in. His Ravage is back up. Queen of Pain's going to blink out of there the second she gets a chance. Black Hole is down for another 50 seconds. Slardar, his stun is down right now. I'm sorry, that's his sprint. So his crush is still up. He can go in for another stun if he wanted. And actually, he might. There's the light of heaven from... And Enigma's taking a lot of harass, actually. His Blink Dagger's down for another 10 seconds. And there's a power shot. Nice kill and a vacuum from Windrunner. Excellent vacuum timing. I'm not sure if the power shot would have hit him if he hadn't.
It would not have, which is why I think that was just an exceptional job for Darkseer, who was managing to keep his team in the game single-handedly.
Another excellent blink from Queen of Pain, taking out the Windrunner. I mean, she's going, she's been right on top of those. There's another vacuum and a Ravage from Tide. Queen of Pain gets out of it. Slardar is just going to sprint out. There's a stun from Vengeful Spirit, and he's going to go down. Queen of Pain needs to get out of there. I'm not sure why she went for Darkseer. Well, I guess she got him.
Leshrac and Syllabear ganking Mirana and doing a really good job. In fairness to Leshrac, he's not having a particularly good game. He's only 1-4, but remember, he was supporting Slardar, which makes the difference on that hero. Still doing an excellent job, though, landing his split earths. I mean, he's missed a couple, but he's still doing a very good job. And look at just the map control at this point. It's 17 minutes into the game.
Queen of Pain's about to take out another Tier 2 tower.
Yep, zNation is just steadily just taking more and more of the map and more of the lead. And they've almost doubled the gold of TTB.
1,400 gold advantage.
Oh. Meanwhile, TTB doesn't have... They have one person at 300 gold per minute in TTB calculus, their captain. There's 4 of the 5 heroes are over 300. 2 of them are over 500. For zNation.
That's incredible.
The gold is just unbelievably...
There's the arrow going out from Mirana. Actually, just missed.
But like I was saying, the gold is just so being dominated by the Dire side. It's it's an overwhelming difference.
Two Roche kills and an 11 kill advantage. It's like, no doubt. Taking a quick look at it. Absolutely. I wasn't even thinking about that, duh. Quick look at items. Queen of Pain's actually got a Lincoln Sphere. Trying not to get disabled. Nothing out of the ordinary. Enigma's got his Blink Dagger and a Soul Ring. Leshrac, nothing exciting yet. Slardar's got a Vanguard. I'm not sure what he's working on next. He's got about 1,900 gold.
Probably going to go for another Blink. Personally, I don't know how I don't know. Sometimes on Enigma, I don't really think it's necessary to go early Blink. I think you can get an early mech or an early pipe depending as well. In this game in particular, I think the Blink was a really good idea because of not only the lead but the positioning, but I think Slardar would benefit really
Windrunner does have a 4-staff, and they're going to look for that gank on Leshrac, and I don't think they see Enigma there. Actually, no, that's a Dire Ward, so...
Oh, Quap.
And actually, missing another Quap kill. I mean, I just can't even keep track of her. Like it all over.
Mirana was only there with half life. Quap just jumped in, you scream, and then ulti, and... bye-bye.
The amount of damage that comes out of Queen of Pain just with the blink, it's just not even fair sometimes.
Yeah, she just screamed and Sonic waved, and it was
Nice
GG.
shackle from Windrunner, shackling
good
left
shot.
back to the tree, and they got Darkseer picking up the kill actually. Quap sitting in the woods. I mean, she's not too afraid of anything.
Meanwhile, Syllabear has his Radiance. He's had his Radiance for at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And remember the timing we said 2052, Roche is back up. So
I keep forgetting about Syllabear. And they're chasing
that's
after
the
that
point.
Darkseer. They're probably going to get him. A couple of tackles.
Malphus. Good
nice
Malphus.
vacuum.
Nice vacuum.
There's vacuum. but
Darkseer doing everything he can.
You just can't get away from that Queen of Pain.
No, you cannot. And I think with the Radiance now, I think this is going to be, I hate doing it, and it's a little bit premature, of course, but this is definitely, in my opinion, GG, only because of the fact that not only have they dominated 4v5, which is pretty typical when you have a lone druid, you really expect to win 4v5, but he has a Radiance before 20 minutes, and he had it at like 16, and they're about to get a Roche here in about 40 seconds, so,
And they're everyone's pushed back to their tier 3 towers.
yep. And they don't have a tower of themselves, so I think this is going to be too steep a hill to climb, in my opinion.
I honestly don't even know what they could do.
I mean, they can try to turtle up for as long as they can, but the longer that they turtle up, the more Lone Druid gets to farm and Slardart, and that's not going to help your team out any at all. And Roche is actually up, like we predicted.
And they're going to do it. And actually, the Radiant team's chasing after him. They smoked. They saw it coming, so they're going to go after him.
Yeah, they probably knew the timers just like we did.
This is going to be big, and I don't think they have...
Well, if they win this fight, they're in a decent spot. They can take 2 towers here, but if they don't... Oh, man. No counters, no sentries.
There's an awesome shackle on Syllabear. I can't believe that managed to hit a tree. That one was a light of heaven. Mirana taking a lot of damage. The Bear's just, whacking out on everyone. Queen of Pain getting a quick Enigma stun off, and actually she's going to take out Mirana. Queen of Pain blinking in ultimate, hitting both Vengeful Spirit and Tidehunter, and taking out both of them. There's a triple kill, and there's Syllabear taking out
Yep.
Henry Dickinson, and there's a GG call from TTB, and that's going to be the end of match 2, a 21-minute match, and they're still going to go take out the Roche.
This was by far probably one of the most one-sided affairs I've casted for sure. zNation really came out with a bang. They were probably very upset with themselves after losing that last game. But TTB proved they're no slouch. So this is going to be an interesting game 3 because TTB is going to be very ticked off at themselves, and they're going to come back with a vengeance next game.
How is Sora killing the Bear? Not really sure how that works. Can you deny him for that long? I guess so.
I didn't think from that high HP, but yeah, you probably could.
So. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be GG. Did they all disconnect yet? And I think that's going to be GG. So
this is the final match. This is for everything. So.
I guess we're going to wait for the score. I'll wait for the scoreboard to come up. There it is.
But zNation, with a very, very, very strong comeback and performance, clearly dominated this game.
They knew they had to come back and win that. Losing 2 games in a row, I mean, well, it's best of 3. So they really had to, obviously, they would have been done. But thinking of best of 5 there for a sec. But, they really just got the momentum back, and this is going to be an interesting game 3.